I don't feel the vibe, DJ, that you're putting down here tonight, but I'll let it slide, DJ, if you keep quiet about the bite. Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking, and welcome back to another episode of... I think I just reminded Ghosty of the plot because she immediately said, let me in. So I'm letting her in. Hello.
Oh no, you don't need to remind me of the plot. I already know what's happening. There was a ghost of an ancient king and a love triangle. That's all I need.
Yeah, like it's it's all that most people need as well, but we've got a lot more to deal with as well. Possible bribery as well. Unconfirmed, but it seems to be that's what the king was talking about last time. We'll see if that was true or not, I guess in the aftermath, because, of course, we left off on the reveal that...
as long as there's nothing of what I had to tolerate last stream, we'll be fine.
I mean, we've got the reveal of Rosa being the hashtag childhood friend that was, important. So,
That's fine, as long as there isn't any of what I had to deal with last stream.
Fair enough. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to see that yet, so I don't.
It's
I don't
bad.
really
It's
know.
bad.
Oh no, I am. Yeah, I understood it was bad. Aiden had plans to watch that one with me, So I had to issue a quick apology to him because I didn't realize you were going to choose that specific video in order to watch yesterday.
Like, Aiden had sent it to me, and I was like, good, this would make a great cursed Gacha review. By the way,
Certainly would, yeah. He said to me as well. Like,
I'm making a logo and alternate intro for in case I need to take over stream again.
oh, fair enough then. I got to imagine the same intro, but with like your head plastered over everyone.
That would be a little bit too cursed. I don't want to think about that.
It's Gacha review, yeah. I don't know. There's something there. Oh, but oh well. Speaking of things that are partially cursed, Royale Fairy Academy is episode 10 for today. I mean, I implied that the singing finals are going to happen, but then again, it seems like after Rosa's forfeit, there's not really a reason to celebrate those finals. So I'm not sure if that's actually going to come back or not in the end, or if we are fully done with that idea, aside from the aftermath of her leaving. Which, of course, Adrian has to now deal with the fact that he can't reveal that he knows because that would, give away that he's Dean J. So, that whole thing as well.
What?
Boom, boom, boom.
I don't know.
Boom, 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 boom. I don't know. Okay. Well, while Ghosty does whatever's going on there, I actually have a little bit of an extra, a bonus thing, by the way. I was, I actually have been, I've been doing a little bit of a background research, let's say, and I've come across a channel called Lee Breezy that used to do honest trailers for some gacha series, and Royale Fairy Academy was one of them, and this trailer was made several years prior. So rather than us summarizing what the events were going on, how about we have somebody else, tell us about this and see what they came up with. So yeah, here we go. Bit of a bonus video before we begin.
Series. Barely on parents.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
We were both on the same brainwave.
Well, I mean, it said insert Crocker voice. There's only one way around it, but yeah. The only time Jake will watch trailers. Very true. Very true.
Came out. There has been so many voice-acted gacha series, but it seems
some of which we've reviewed and some of which we haven't yet. Good. Now they've been pointed out to me. They're on my radar again.
Seems only one is remotely close to the same plane in terms of popularity. And
this was released in 2021, by the way, so that statement is no longer accurate. But there you go.
There's one thing it does that the music
this is no longer popular, and I think it lost a lot of its audience when the story declined.
I was more referring to the fact that there are like other series now that do rival both of these in terms of popularity. Well, not Music Freaks, really. Music Freaks kind of like skyrocketed a lot more after this, but it rivals like where this was in terms of popularity. So I suppose, like, in that vein, is also aged. Yeah.
Like, all I remember from Music Freaks is that some guy was under another guy's bed and there was a song lyric about it. Other than that, Music Freaks wasn't too memorable for me.
This is not popular. The show isn't popular. There's a song that's in my head about someone's bed that did not match at all. Let's watch a trailer maybe for this series full.
It's that it continuously gets better with each episode.
Also an aged statement. Also an aged statement, yes. Well, as far as visuals go, you could maybe say yes. But again, it's more than just that.
Royal Fairy Academy.
One, add 2 to your bingo. I was in on this song this time.
There you go. Yeah, 2+ bingo. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. Also, of course, to the new people, we always say Royale Fairy Academy here because actually, I copy pasted this title by the way, and I didn't realize that. Yeah, actually, it seems like Same DNA fixed the typo. So this episode is actually correctly titled Royal Fairy Academy. Although who knows if the correct spelling is a mistake or not.
The correct spelling is probably a mistake.
Well, okay. We'll still call it Royale from that in that case.
Welcome to Fairy World, where all the fairies want to go to a prestigious school for royalty. For some
I mean, do all of them want to go? Because most of them don't have access to it, because
Yeah,
why would they?
the school is only for like fairy royalty, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, at least at least in design. Yeah.
reason. Seriously, if you aren't royalty, what's the point of going to this school? Rosabella told
That,
her
that
I mean,
is
it is
why
called.
that is why
It is.
royalty is only allowed at this school. Correct.
Yeah, except for whatever loophole, Rosabella giving. I guess if you give the queen flowers, you get special treatments. But yeah, other than that, it is called Royale Fairy Academy. Only the Royales get to go.
she lucked out that Mr. Miracle likes her.
Think so?
That's a good question. Did she luck out that Mr. Miracle likes her? Is the question. I mean, I guess I guess it meant that she had some friends, but some friends, am I right?
You're so cute.
Meet Rosabella.
A person who likes to curve watering cans rather than just aim them correctly at plants.
Yeah,
A floor
we've seen that episode before, and I'm just now realizing she's not watering the plant; she's watering the sidewalk around the plant.
No, see, the watering can has homing properties, so she's just testing them out.
Also,
who
she's
dropped
not
out of-
holding that flower correctly. It looks like she's holding something else, but her hand shape is not the right one.
Yeah, it's sort of like she's kind of like, I don't know, something like this, basically.
Her hand is slightly deformed. Don't worry, protagonist queen. Don't worry. We can fix it with magic science magic.
Yeah, and we'll give you a bite mark after 9 episodes and pretend it was canon the whole time.
school, but still somehow gets into the Royal Fairy Academy just because she bumped into a bratty princess.
Yeah?
Hey, Ma, I think I know a way to get me into Harvard.
Okay, funny joke, and also it's also accurate to like the way the Honest Trailers does that stuff, except for the fact the music didn't cut out, and it was also probably still like too close into the microphone, I think. It was like too close into the microphone, and also not like further away. I think they do it like this. They go this, John Bailey goes backwards and then, does the thing with music cut out. There you go.
Also meet her best friend, Maya. A character so annoying, you're happy she only gets a minute or two of screen time in the episodes that are actually good.
I'll be honest about this Honest Trailer. Maya is not as annoying as some of the other characters that get more screen time.
Yeah, especially later on.
What? Ooh, someone's interested.
Ugh. Also, there's the
What's that? Later on, it goes to talk about like how shipping is anything people care about in this series. So I don't know.
Royal Trio, like Adrian, a kid who doesn't want to go to the royal school because he's too busy being a pop star with a DJ's name. Seriously though, Dean J might be the dumbest stage name I've ever heard. Also, there's Pink.
Yeah.
Basically the HD version of those spoiled brat cliches in those terrible Gacha mini-movies.
I do like the fact that he says that, Dean J, such a stupid name. Anyways, meet Pink.
And who in fairyland let you pass the gates?
Like, that is kind of her purpose. She is kind of a parody of those, like, bratty gotcha girls from the old mini-movies.
That is true.
Like-
Yeah, I mean, now this is satire.
Yeah, her design is literally satire of those old gotcha brats.
Mm-hmm. And she just so happens to look a lot like Pop. A reminder, I did not design.
Pop Josephine, but just a little more white.
And you have the nerve to talk
Well, significantly more white in her case, but yes.
back to me?
And Eric, the charming lazy one. That's it. That's his whole character. Oh yeah, he's good at singing for some reason.
Can't stop. Yeah.
I mean, I like being good at singing is, like, if they, for some reason, he can have hobbies as well.
Yeah, like, he listed 2 of his defined personality traits. We'll learn more throughout the series. You're just being superfluous for the sake of comedy.
Yeah, you know what? Speaking of for the sake of comedy, the fact that he's there with a guitar and everyone is about to raise their hands. The first thing I thought of was, so no one told you life was gonna
Gonna
be
be
this way.
this way.
satire of God, substitute of those with the under the rug. Nothing to see here. Ooh, okay, fair enough. I guess we're not getting the animatronic kid goes to school after all. What a shame.
Granted, kid goes to school.
Hmm. Who would ever make that kind of character? Like hides and yeah, wasn't she literally called like Mean Bully or something or Scary? But I forgot what the original names who corresponded to who with Ghost Girl.
And an ensemble of side characters that are charming enough to like, but not charming enough to remember their names. I think her name was like Charlotte or something. So get ready for a series with so many questions and subplots, you're constantly wondering where this is all going. So she's a girl who dropped out of school to help out at her family's struggling flower shop. Okay, I get that. But then she gets accepted into the Royal Fairy Academy. Does that mean the shop will continue to struggle? Also, I thought she said she had no powers. Why is she suddenly able to move this bottle?
I mean, she said she had no powers, but I'm guessing maybe she discovered them. But yeah, aside
Also,
from that,
if
yeah.
this bottle is impossible to move, why is it a test for young students? And why is there this mass singer thing
Destiny.
going on? And what is the point of it? And why does Pink care so much about it if the money is useless to rich people like her? And why does Rosabella have a naturally auto-tuned
Easy.
voice?
It's why
A
people. It's why people of billions of dollars buy cars. Image.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, but probably she cares more about like the prestige of winning. But then again, it is a mass competition. I'm not sure if like again we haven't got to the proper finals, so we're not really sure whether or not we're supposed to they like reveal themselves at the end of the show or not. I don't know. But yes, you're right. Naturally auto-tuned voice, you swallow computer. Very good point. Yeah.
Why is Adrian
Mm-hmm.
suddenly a pop singer? And speaking of Adrian, who is Rosabella?
Hold on, I gotta do this. I'll be there for you. Except when you're another man, I'll be there for you. Please don't leave me again. I'll be there for you.
Let me guess. What if a male interest is one of those nice guy types? Like not a nice guy, but a nice guy.
Yeah, we haven't got those yet, but who knows? Given that we keep meeting new guys, we'll see.
Gonna choose as a suitor? And why should we care? Why is Adrian suddenly a puppy? Oh god, what is happening? My brain is exhausted.
To be fair, the Adrian puppy thing was a subplot and was resolved quickly, but I don't know which episode this was right before this.
So, strap yourself in for constant bickering.
You think I kidnapped someone as immature as you? You act like you're 5.
Oh, so I'm the immature one. Wow, I didn't
In that scene, she actually was the immature one, if people remember, but anyway.
know the Academy accepted thieves.
Who would steal from you?
Are
It
you
would
trying
never
to
swallow a computer.
Yeah. No, never swallow a computer. That's Gacha review advice today.
insult me? Thief! How could you scare me like that?
Serves you right.
In case anyone doesn't remember, Adrian was running away from some guards or something, so he came in like to the flower shop on a day in which it was open, actually. And for some reason, Rosa kept calling him a thief from that. I guess because he used the back entrance, maybe, and that we wasn't supposed to. But also, he had to be a pretty dumb thief to, rob them in broad daylight. So I don't even know anymore. Che was also named Sakura at one point. I remember by the spice by cherry blossom trees. Well, I mean, that would probably be the reason then.
Serves me right? For what?
For calling me a thief. Do you need help with that robe, Cupcake?
I hate you! You traitor!
Odd song breaks.
Oh yeah, I think I have to mute that, by the way. Okay, there we go.
Have you heard the fairies when they sing and dance?
This one's compared to the Music Freak, so I guess the song breaks. At least they're diegetic in this case.
As opposed to music breaks where there were several, for some reason, non-diegetic sound breaks in the middle of a musical.
Well, I mean, it wasn't. I mean, most musicals have those, so I get that.
Huh?
Yeah. My sister child was close to death. You were starving, you'll starve again. Anyway.
Wait, I know that voice.
No. I wonder who this know him not your baby is.
I like the way you're thinking.
Also, there's no reference in this trailer about the fact that the main character, has has a red mask like this and a red and black outfit for a secret form. And there's also a guy called Adrian who is from a prestigious family and has a secret identity. None of that, but oh well.
I don't really care about.
Wish that I could find the words to describe you now.
Random animation changes.
And of course, remember, he is in fact, I'm pretty sure, pretending. Unless Dean, and I forgot if Dean J actually, also sang or not. I forgot if that was a thing or not. But I mean, I guess if he is a DJ, then he wouldn't need to. But you never know.
Is that you?
When I met you in the summer. Anyway.
What? I've had enough of you.
The thief! How could you scare me like that?
That's deep.
All I can say is...
You could argue that they did an animation change because they were upgrading the visuals, which is not an uncommon practice.
No, yeah, nor was it unheard of by this point. I'm pretty sure the Music Freaks had done that by this point in 2021.
There's nothing going on between me and Adrian.
There's nothing going on, but that means, oh my goodness.
It looks like she was gonna fall off the bridge railing. I would have, I would have loved for that.
Yes, clumsy falls from characters that can fly, and random spells aimed at no one. Yeah, there you go. I should let me know if you want me to do honest trailers, everyone. I'll pick up this series where Lee Breezy left it off because apparently it was that there were only so many that he was willing to do.
Gossip.
OMG! You will not believe what I just saw.
I look tired.
And that character, of course, was the same one that kind of gave the alarm bells about King Aiden last time.
What were you doing last night?
I just stayed in my room all night.
All night?
Why? Did none of you stay in your rooms all night?
Well, yeah.
Rosabella didn't.
Out of context, that is amazing because, of course, there was a whole thing between them. But like, the idea that someone be shocked about someone staying in their room all night. But yeah.
What is he talking about?
Don't say a
Wow,
word
sleeping?
unless you want
Yeah.
to be expelled.
Oh,
Here.
freaky.
Cupcake?
That's it. That's what they call each other. Cupcake.
Pink wanted
I mean, Adrian calls her that, but yeah.
to turn Adrian into a puppy.
Nope. I think that potion was meant for Rosabella.
You mean Adrian saved Rosabella?
Well, that answers the question of why Adrian turned to puppy that the narrator asked a while ago.
Oh, it's true. They really are a couple.
They're together?
He saved her one time. They really are a couple, obviously. Kind of like the other Adrian. He did something nice. Wow, he must be in love with her. It's not like he's a literal superhero that does that all the time or anything. No.
Then
No, I must
What?
be the exception. Adrian must want to be in a relationship with me.
Eric.
Get ready.
I was talking more about the fan base. Because to be honest, I don't think Marinette would ever assume that directly. She would probably think of some excuse before, actually coming to that conclusion.
Fall into the hype.
Which is
Then
why
get
she constantly takes an L in the main character.
Alia, on the other hand, might assume that.
Disappointed by the terrible first episode. And after you watch the second episode and think all hope is lost, episode 3 hits you just as hard as you want to hit Pink. And episode 4 and 5 just make the series infinitely better. Now it feels like it has a steady plot. Thank goodness.
Arguable?
You complain about the fact that you didn't know where it was going earlier in the honest trailer. What do you mean that's a steady plot now?
And just like the Music
You
Freaks,
don't even have
people
a
only
steady plot.
care about who Rosabella ends up with. Guys, it's obvious. She should end up with Eric. That's an actually romantic and healthy relationship. The thing with Adrian is just a bunch of bickering. Seriously, Can two characters just hate each other without people
The
thinking they're
creator
in
of the video
love?
is endorsing.
Yeah, I will say, like, obviously after this trailer came out, Adrian mellowed out significantly, and they actually have more of a friend banter now, with the exception of last episode with the whole Dean J thing. But most of the time, they have a friend banter now, rather than bitter arguments of this caliber.
Starring
Although
Rose
speaking of bitter arguments and characters that just hate each other, there you go.
Tinkerbell, Hannah Montana, Justin
I would have gone with Rosabella Swan personally, but okay.
Sleeper, the stereotypical Gen Z, the hated child. Oh, she's here, I guess. Somehow worse thinking. Gossip Girl, but it's a boy. Hey, I finally have a line in the 4th episode. Professor Dumbledore, Daddy Warbucks, Queen Elizabeth, and Nick Cannon. My Royal Academia.
There we go. Oh, and normally with Honest Trailers, like there's like a last-minute stinger at the end, but there you go. Oh well. So yeah, that's a channel that I found recently called Lee Breezy. Let's just checking that one out. So anyone who's interested, and they have another series actually, which is in fact called Gacha Review. It's more of a case of like, let's review like a whole series together. More like how Gingerbread has Ginger rated than I have Gacha Review. So it's less of like a full like blind reaction breakdown in the moment, and more so a collective series of thoughts towards. I want to say the end, but maybe not, depending on when those videos when they were released. I'm not sure. I have to look into more detail about that.
Yeah, but there was one major flaw I had with that. Please, watch all of the episodes before writing your script, or else you'll run into inconsistency, and your video will crumble at the seams.
Yeah, I mean, obviously this was going to age to some degree anyway, just based on the fact that it was made apparently after the 4th episode, and I'm pretty sure that Same DNA is now on the 11th in modern times. So
Yeah, but you only made the honest trailer after 4 episodes. Bruh.
That is true. Yeah. There are some things you can do after like after only 4 episodes of release. Probably like a Cinema Sins parody you can do based on whatever is presented on there. But yeah, but for honest trailers, probably best to at least have a full season worth of content, or to specify like which episodes you are talking about in question, rather than like just saying honest trailers Royale Fairy Academy at the time. But oh well, that's the bonus video. Now it's time for the main event. Royale Academy, Royal for one time, Fairy Academy, episode 10, which was called Trouble Brewing. I need to remember to put that in here. All right. Now, this title to me suggests that we're going to have something to do with potions again, but we'll see. Already, without further ado on the review, but also already, I love this opening shot. I don't think I've seen a top-down shot like this in Gacha before, because in fact, I know that I didn't 2 years ago, because when I made my tutorial video for how to make your Gacha videos instantly better, I talked about camera angles, and I talked about above, below, and all these stuff, and I couldn't find a shot for above. So I guess if I'd actually wait, no, this episode wasn't out when that video came out. So yeah, never mind. This came out a few months later. Forget I said anything. But yes, great opening shot. Nope. I guess her regrowth powers also repel repel fairies now. Okay.
Oh, so she didn't fight that at all?
No, I think the idea is that most commoners don't have powers, and that's why Maya wasn't able to do much. But yeah, she didn't struggle or anything. She didn't try to break free in any way, potentially.
Yeah, she didn't.
Maybe she was in shock, but
she didn't struggle. She didn't call for help. She was like, "Oh, I'm being kidnapped. This is my fate now. I'll go quietly."
Okay, well, I guess because of the scream he followed from earlier, but yeah. Awkward considering what just happened before.
We need to split up. It's not safe. No, we need
We need to split up. That's how they got you the first time. They like pulled you away from each other.
to go home.
Like,
Maya,
I think you should be staying together, conga line of fate and all that.
Yeah, isn't it like general advice in the real world to, not wander around like late at night because this stuff might happen? Ignore the fact that I've done that multiple times, but the general advice is not to do it.
be fine. Be careful.
Well, we were, we don't know how many more there might be. They're probably still around the area because that was what they would do in the situation. So yeah, go ahead and fly off home. I'll talk to this guy that we were actively avoiding before, and I guess you don't get to thank him properly, even though he saved you specifically.
Also, if
What
you look at his eyes, you can. If you look at his eyes, you can see where the eye shines are cropped from the rest of the eye, and it looks it looks a little awkward.
I want to say that's like the highlights because they're somewhat blurred as well. But yeah, I don't know.
What are you doing here?
I heard a spooky noise. Let's go the direction it came from. I mean, that is fight or flight, I guess. So who knows? But yeah. Oh, you're talking about horror movie tropes. All right, fair enough. Wait, it sounded like Maya. I sounded annoyed at Maya for being grabbed by someone. Yeah, I think at the end of last episode we had like a line at the end was like where Agent / Dean J was like, it was her, and then we got to black, and then we hear like Maya or something. Now I guess that's meant to be more of like a Maya or something to if she was being attacked, and that was part of the cliffhanger. But maybe that was too intense for the for the cutoff point to be about the bite. If that's the case, why include the scream at all last episode? But yeah.
Leaving you?
Why? So you can save your reputation?
I'm not leaving you here.
I don't.
I mean, save his reputation. I mean, I guess the idea, that it would be a scandal that Dean J did rip off part of a girl's clothes. If it was phrased in that way, it would be technically true and also pretty scandalous. But I mean, also you did just get attacked by like 3 individuals, and I don't think Dean J is the person to try and call a hit on someone just to come in and save them. He's not Syndrome from The Incredibles. Nor would he be that quick. Syndrome took years to enact his plan.
I don't need you. I can handle myself.
Look! I'm sorry about earlier. I couldn't let you throw away your dreams like that.
I didn't
I mean, it already happened, but yeah.
take King Damien's offer. And if I did, I had good reason to. Don't act like you understand me.
What is it then? Why did you leave the competition? Help me understand!
By the way, help me understand! But also,
Yeah, his line delivery for this entire scene TikToks between actually good and comically bad.
Explain yourself now! Okay, I will! Yeah. Also, as far as Rose is concerned, this is a practical stranger prying into her life. If she knew this was actually Adrian, she might be a bit more receptive to it, given that what she knows about him at this point. But yeah, this is definitely not going very well.
More accepting, but as for this is a stranger, so she sees this as personal attack on her character.
Yes. That's a good point. Anyway, let's continue to personally attack this character. Okay, interesting. We had the Okay, I think I complimented. What was it? The Marked by the Alpha, not Marked by Alpha, All Alpha School video for having. It was Witch Academy. I complimented Witch Academy for having the light from spells before the sound that would accompany them, because that's how it would work, in the real world actually, and not many people think about that. However, in this case, we have the direct opposite. We have the sound before the accompanying fire, which would be emitting light rather than being a light spell, so it would not have worked in that way. Oh yeah, now you want to stick together. Who would have guessed that, standing around the same area we just got attacked would be a bad idea?
Also, can I make a terrible joke about the designs of the attackers?
Yes.
Oh no, the Death Eaters are coming.
I was thinking Nazgul, so close enough, yeah. Actually, yeah, they fly, Death Eaters. Alright. I thought that was gonna have water inside and pour on the child, but fair enough. Or dirt or something. Is that famous singer I am not your baby from the competition that just happened that I guess we're not watching?
The Death Eaters. Why did they just watch?
Curses. our one weakness, crowds.
Curses.
And that's why you should have stuck together. Maya is dead currently. We are going to find her corpse later.
Maya is either dead or she got kidnapped and taken into wherever they're keeping this world's version of Voldemort.
We're gonna see a single strand of hair on the ground somewhere in the direction that she flew off in. Germs, social distancing. Okay. All right, now we gotta read this. Okay, so Dean J's girlfriend. Dean J was caught flying hand in hand with the Royale singer Face Off, which, by the way, still Royale, not Royal, but okay. Ex-contestant, no, I'm not your baby. Like and subscribe. Are you an Adrabella or an Arabella shipper? Newspaper readers, comment down below. Write your answer on the newspapers and submit it to us later, I guess. I don't know. Don't forget to comment, like, and sub to Same DNA, which I just said in the previous paragraph, but I'll say it again. Witnesses can say they caught sight of Dean J lovingly staring to the fairy's eyes as they strolled down the market grounds. Seen there, him lovingly staring into her eyes.
No, if anything, they look terrified.
Dean J's manager claims the singer did not leave the building. Oh, so he is a singer. Okay, so he does in fact sing. So he was pretending in that clip to not be able to. Okay. The singer did not leave the building until the face-off finale. Dean J refused to comment on the situation. Okay, so this is a little bit later. Fair enough. Also, December 9th, 2023 was the day this episode came out, which means that A, this world follows the Gregorian calendar, and B, this is the present time, and therefore the other episodes were set in the future.
Also,
So,
this is volume 1 of 2, so they created a newspaper company explicitly to write about this controversy.
And it only had 2 publications, yes.
It only had 2 publications?
Also, I'm guessing that Balita is probably some name of a newspaper in reality. Let me see. Yeah, Balita newspaper. That would be Philippine News. There you go.
I just like that they used this time to put in
some demand to subscribe.
Yeah, it's 2 demands to subscribe for people who would explicitly be pausing this video to view this.
Yeah, I mean, in that vein, it is comparable to the Music Freaks because Rosie Closey put a bunch of posters in the background as well, which people would have to pause on in order to be inclined. A lot of that happened from the first episode. I'm not sure if we missed those in the early ones of this series or not. Oh, okay, more. All right, here we go. DNA Bagong Balita, which is a different newspaper that also exists to cover this scandal, I suppose.
A newspaper that only exists to cover this one story. That's what I laughed about when I saw the last one because it said volume 1 of 2, meaning they just printed a thing to cover the controversy.
All right. Okay. So, all right. Another news line. Okay.
Okay.
The unknown princess. Artist Dean J was caught leaving the face-off finale last weekend with an unknown princess. Singer No I'm Not Your Baby was found using her powers to save a commissioner at the a commoner at the DNA market. Also, she was seen without her mask on, so we know who she is already, but oh well. With her identity yet to be revealed, fairies around the region have nicknamed her as the Unknown Princess. You know what? I'm gonna guess this now.
But she had her.
The bite on her shoulder was visible in some of the photos. That's what's gonna give her away.
Okay, I'm also going to say this now.
Hmm?
What do you mean, unknown princess? She had her mask off. You could see her face very clearly.
Yeah. I guess they wouldn't know who Rosabella is. She's still heavily disguised at that point, but
Yeah,
they would
but
at least have a face to go on.
But usually people can recognize other people by their face. Unless all of the main character's friends have face blindness.
Or this newspaper that was only set up for this specific purpose did not have much journalistic integrity, also a possibility.
Also a possibility.
Investigators search far and wide for any sign of the performer. I guess is this like a report from days later where they've already done the investigation? Okay. Anyway, but she appears to have vanished out of thin air. Singer No I'm Not Your Baby was found using her power to save a commoner in the DNA market. That we already said that in a previous line, but
Also,
wait, no. Is it the same? That's the same line again. This paragraph repeats itself.
Also, I'd like to point out that Bagong Bolita, Bolita means news and tag along or information, but Bagong, it means borrowed. So this is borrowed information.
From the other newspaper. This is yeah.
Like, they either did that intentionally, or this is a happy little accident.
I don't know. Maybe there's another newspaper in the Philippines that's called the Bagong Balita. Maybe I don't know. Possibly. Yeah.
Dean J, secret lover, not my baby. Dean J was staying with the unknown princess after the face-off finale. Perhaps she's his fiance?
Yes, because only people who are engaged are seen in public together. Well done, borrowed news.
An audience member of the Royal Sing Face-Off, CMDNA, claims to have
noticed their relationship during the earlier stages of the competition. Wait, what do you mean noticed their relationship? They didn't perform together, did they?
No, they didn't.
Was Same DNA backstage? Just spying on them?
Also, if you look at this picture of Same DNA, it's a candid shot of them with an open mouth staring off into a distance. They're not even staring off into the distance. They're looking in two different directions.
This is definitely paparazzi photo, that's for sure.
Photo, I should say. This is 100% a candid shot.
Mm-hmm. He was really interested in her performance, the fairy claims. It was like she was the only fairy in the world. She was a solo performer taking the focus of the audience. What do you mean? Of course everyone's looking at her.
If we follow that logic, technically everyone at the competition also wanted to marry her. Not my baby.
Breaking news! No, I'm Not Your Baby has suddenly had 1,000 fiancés. Sources claim. Borrowed sources claim.
Oh yes, don't you know the DNA marketplace?
Yeah, I guess maybe the audience member, Same DNA, had a VIP backstage pass because her family is tied to this DNA marketplace that was also happening simultaneously outside. Not very good planning. That was literally a joke in Most Popular Girls in School that Hipchella Stocker Loser was the exact same day as the big football game. But anyway.
So this is the borrowed information newspaper from the DNA marketplace.
Yep. We've gone to
Ah.
secondary sources when the primary sources was already questionable at best. Okie dokie.
Like and subscribe.
Mm-hmm. Oh, great, another one. Wait, this is also dated from the 9th December 2023, so this is also... Alright, and happy 3 years of RFA, alright. Princess Pink confirms Commoner infiltrated the Academy under the guise of royalty. Princess Pink, heir to the throne of Fairyland, confirmed the identity of the unknown princess found with Dean J last Saturday. Wait, so this was... Okay, so last Saturday, and now the reports are all coming out a week later. Got it. Okay.
Okay, this newspaper is unordinarily fast or very slow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they had to do their research. They had to have investigators claim all this stuff and, find their sources and everything.
Except for the borrowed information newspaper.
Yeah. Also, apparently now, later on in the bottom left corner, it says that Same DNA is also a journalist. So she was an audience member that went backstage that is also a journalist. I guess she took the photo from earlier. Anyway.
Somebody kill me.
It feels like muffin time, doesn't it? Anyway, Rosabella Button, a commoner from DNA Village, which is home to the DNA market and the DNA family, had infiltrated the Academy with intent to take down the royals, says the princess. She even flirted with the top prince, Adrian. That commoner should have been expelled a long time ago. The RFA claims that... by the way, the fact it says Happy Theories of RFA at the top there, in-universe implies the Academy has only existed for 3 years. Which I suppose is not impossible, but, definitely not what you expect from a building like that. Anyway, the RFA claims the commoner legally entered the school. However, they did not explain why a non-royal was attending. The Queen had this to say: I don't know, she gave me flowers or something and bumped into my daughter. Our journalist spoke to Professor Dynamite on Monday morning.
Does no one think to ask the Queen any questions?
I mean, they say the RFA, I guess whoever was, I think that the RFA is managed by the Queen, so maybe they did, I don't know. As an educator, it is my duty to support all students. I will not be commenting on the situation. Comments the teacher, I'm kidding. Could this all be related to a suspected powers? Wait, that was never mentioned until right now in this article. We know about this about the hidden powers because of the previous episodes, but the news wouldn't know that. I guess maybe. Oh no, she was caught using her powers, maybe. So I guess that was, but that's not suspected in that case. That is that is confirmed powers if they saw that happen.
Unless there's also a journalist running around the school campus pretending to be a student.
It's also same DNA. Anyway, like and subscribe for more updates. You do subscribe to newspapers, so I guess that does make sense, but, you don't like them. Anyway, this photo captures the couple hugging and definitely not pushing each other away after the face-off finale. And then that's repeated several times. Okay. The news, there's probably going to be 10 more newspapers. I hope not. Right. There we go. Thank goodness. There was already not enough content for one newspaper. And one of them had 2 articles that were the same thing as each other.
How lucky can you get? You got what you wanted.
I mean, you got what you wanted. You were just interviewed. You and your backwards hands.
Invading the academy wasn't enough.
Oh, no, they're fine. They're fine.
You turned the royal singer face-off into a joke. You made a laughing stock of the RFA. Threatened our safety.
I will say... Oh, almost poked her in the eye. I will say, Pink's anger here actually somewhat makes sense in terms of, she really cares about this competition, and she didn't want to end up, getting, a victory by default. So I can see why she would be angry that she wouldn't get to prove herself, in the end.
Really stooped so low to get what you want. What are you doing?
This is not helping your case, resort to violence.
Let go of me!
I thought she was gonna, like, grow plants on her arm or something. And now she's shocked that she did that. It's like, whoa, didn't I just... I guess maybe that was full instinct or something, but... Huh?
I mean, she was almost poked in the eye. Also, those two extras have the same eyes, but different colors.
Yeah. I mean, at least they seem to be gossiping and actually, like, blurred out of focus, so camera trickery and whatnot, but yeah.
Actually, no, I, like, if anything, they're taking my focus more because they're the ones talking.
Hmm.
I'm wondering what they're saying.
Yeah, probably, like, did you see that? Do you think that was automatic? She looked surprised. Did the moon just shrink? I think the moon just shrank. Look at this. Okay, it's going up, going up. That's unfortunate keyframing. Alright.
This just makes me want to buy a slide whistle even more.
Yeah. RFA sounds like it makes it sound like 3 different things: a disease, a new station, or a sports team. Yeah. I mean, if DNA can be, you know, a family last name, a city, and a marketplace, I'm sure that RFA can be multiple things too.
Was to
And if there's
capture
a newspaper called Borrowed Information, anything is possible.
one measly little commoner. But even that was too difficult.
We apologize, Master. We didn't think...
Didn't think? We've been preparing this for years. Yet you didn't think that another fairy might step in
I mean, the last second? Yeah. I mean, I guess in public.
to fight?
We underestimated the situation, Master.
Also, I want to mention that his hair is clipping behind his ear.
Oh, yeah? Fair enough.
Go back a second. I want to see that again.
I do love this voice. I underestimated you. That sounds like what I would have done for this audition.
Step in to fight?
We underestimated the situation, Master. It won't happen again.
No, it won't.
Oh, well, front face we can't see anymore.
I have to do everything myself around here.
Oh, okay. He's creating his own gossip. Interesting. Maybe that's the motivation behind him, you know, gossiping with Rosabella. He's actually, you know, he's trying to get proof of something.
Thank you, Eric.
It's my pleasure. Bella?
Huh?
If you ever need anything, I'm right here. You can trust me.
The way that he said that, like it was like distance away or something, implies that either there's some reservation that Rosabella herself has about trusting people, or that there is something that we should know about Eric particularly that means that that statement will be ironic in the future. Good
Also,
cinematography.
look at the eyes in this.
Okay, yeah, one of them does seem to be like it's going to be like curving. The back eye seems to be curving with the image. I'm not sure about that, but all right. Ha! Wait, no! Oh! Heavy blinking as well. I do like this bit, you know, just moment of time to process. It's very rare in shows for them to actually do this. Then again, for animated shows, it is a bit more common, so they can show off a bit more. But you know, in this case, it makes sense.
Adrian, are you in there?
Oh wow! If ever need me, let me know. Hey, Adrian! Hey, I need you! My goodness. Shot through the heart. And Rosa's to blame.
Could you knock any louder?
Oh, good.
Yes.
You're here. I need you to see this.
She could slam her entire body against the door.
Veronica, open the door. Oh, yeah.
So look, Chrysibia is a weed developed by Azorian botanists for protecting Azor.
Okay, I guess we're going straight back into this now. All right. What segues? What are
It was
those?
only when the Khazarians were found that they started infusing magic in them.
I remember the war over Kozaria ended when the top kingdom sealed Azor. So, if these things are coming from there,
They're back for revenge?
I don't know. It
Yeah.
doesn't add up.
What do you
If it's from the top kingdom, we probably should tell Eric if he's the top prince. But yeah, fair enough.
mean?
Remember that pick a lane with Young Unison?
You should talk to Eric about this.
What?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Eric. He should be with you right now. You
I-
like Eric.
Are you
I
just, are you just saying that because you're salty, or are you just saying that because it's the most logical decision for the situation?
I mean, I agree with his assessment of the situation, but not for the reasons he's come to that conclusion.
Yes. If anything, you
Why-
should tell Eric because it is the kingdoms that sealed Azure.
Yeah,
Azor?
he might be targeted as we speak.
Didn't
Who
you tell
knows?
him
He
about
might
the
be being shoved into a box right now.
Hmm
diary?
We would never know until the screen cuts over. Also, who's that
Yeah.
in the background? Child, what are you doing here?
This is different.
Child from
Adrian-
Genshin Impact.
Adrian, you and I were the only ones on the cliff that day. You saw
God, the fact that this is just said Adrian in that particular like intonation with the hairstyle she has currently, it's like, oh god, okay.
the shadow. But if you think it would help, then let's call him.
That's not what I meant.
But it's true.
It is true.
I'm gonna get some fresh air.
Child from Genshin Impact is
This is
always...
your
Yeah,
this is your room.
Why is Child from Genshin Impact at all angles? Why do you have multiple pictures of Child from Genshin Impact?
Oh my god, it's like the quilt that Rosa has of Dean J. Which, by the way, she hasn't been back to her room, well, visibly since that happened. I guess it was, it's been a few days since last Saturday, apparently. So maybe she's replaced her bed sheets because she was disillusioned. But anyway, this music is so funny. Yeah, it was like for a second we were back in the plot, and then now we're going to the shipping again, of course. Who, what, when, where? We forgot the actual plot of this series. I thought it was just a romance show. Yeah, see, it does. Yeah, it gives off that implication, but no. I mean, technically, I thought an actual love plot. Figured there was a cut from intense to sad on a dime. Yeah, it was like, that's not what I meant.
Like, that's the thing about this series. It's like a metronome that's broken, so it never stops in the middle.
Yep.
We can never have a good balance of the both, either one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
There is no option. Only romance. Only plot.
Oh me, oh my.
You said you wouldn't hurt her.
I said nothing of the sort.
I mean, she hurt her with words, I suppose.
Pink, toying with her won't make Adrian love you.
Believe
She had other reasons to toil with her because of the whole competition thing that she threw for everyone, including herself especially.
what you want to believe, Eric. You're a part of this just as much as I am.
Oh, that's why. Yeah, I forgot these two were in somewhat cahoots, and that was why we had the "you can trust me" moment. So there we go. It was because there was something that Eric was hiding.
And in the end, you'll thank me.
I'm not.
Then why do you still flirt with that commoner? Prince Eric was never the type to express his feelings so openly.
I mean, he just didn't like you. That's a you issue.
Yeah,
Fairies.
this is Life 2D animation. Yes, Emily.
Mhm.
It also looks very ugly at certain angles, which is the problem with Life 2D and why I dislike it.
Yeah, as far as the backgrounds and lighting go, it is second to none at the moment. But yeah, there are some distracting elements about it.
Like eyes deforming because you don't have the proper blend shapes.
As an issue, not an isme. Okay. Go, Mr. Crabtree, play your song on the world's smallest violin. Yeah. All right.
Change, Pink.
Oh, do they? Or do you tell yourself that so you can sleep at night? Ugh, whatever your reason is, it doesn't matter. Continue on pursuing that commoner, so...
You used Rosabella?
Adrian, it wasn't like that.
How could you trick her into thinking you liked her?
And now we're gonna get the whole, communication kills thing, because no! Don't explain to me!
Oh,
Even though I kind of...
Stupid, I hate this. I hate this so much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now it's Rosa. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Rosas. Yeah, Rosas are red. Yes, Rosa is red in certain. Yeah. Hadrian's a prickly. Holy top prince or something. We'll see.
I do like her.
Is his collar slightly proud? That's an interesting detail.
All this time, it was all a lie? I've been helping you.
That is true. Yeah, that another aspect I forgot to mention earlier. But yes, please help me. I want this to end quick. Yeah. Okay, that also works.
It doesn't matter how things started. I'm sure about my feelings. Adrian, I won't hurt her.
I wonder why Adrian's trying to protect Rosabella.
What? Okay, whatever, gossip boy.
I mean, him and Eric are best friends.
Well, we know why he's doing this. We know he's the evil guy in disguise. Wait, where does his cape go?
Underneath his blazer.
His cape with the hee-hee funny vampire collar to show he was the bad guy.
Magic.
Unless Adrian likes Rosabella too?
Do you, Adrian?
I mean, this is more of a matter of honesty and integrity rather than it is about feelings, so he can very much not admit that right now, but maybe that's why we had to have that, gossip boy come in at that precise moment.
Do you like Rosabella?
Oh, that's the
Yeah,
same,
but-
at the same angle, copy-pasted for several different characters.
Yeah, I guess there'd be one light. I guess they'd have a near light source, but near is not the same as identical. So yeah, I guess that's true. Never tropes being complicated. Yeah, TV tropes inspired bingo. You're right.
Ridiculous! Adrian.
Also, but the way this flipped as well, Adrian was Eric was the one who was who was who was cornered at this point, and now. And now, just because of the implication of Adrian liking Rosabella, he suddenly thinks that he has any ground to be accusatory at this point. Especially right after Adrian said, "I've been helping you," which he has.
Tell them you don't like that commoner.
Do you?
And if I did?
That's not a full confession.
We're not done yet.
Don't let some fairy destroy your friendship.
Besides, Eric's not serious about her.
You know what? That was some good cutting words there. And hey, some close combat with actual, like ripples on the face for punches. It does feel a bit like stage combat to a weird degree for animation, but hey, it's I've never seen it done that way.
Stop it, you two!
For once,
She almost sounds. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, for once, Pink is coming in clutch and being her genuine self.
Yeah, she almost sounds genuine at this point, yeah.
Even when we were young, it's been you who the girls swoon over.
But
why are you bothered about that? You never cared before.
Yeah, also if he caught feelings, then so what? That's it. What matters in that case if the girl swooned over him was if Rosabella has also caught feelings for him, which is also unconfirmed right now. But
If there's a problem with this shot right here, and if you can point it out, you get a cucky.
the lighting is like the Hoge in the top part of the hair.
Yeah, but also look at the color of his blazer. It's like a weird little piece disforming.
I thought that might have been because Adrian grabbed him earlier, and that's why his collar was maladjusted. But because I saw that a little bit earlier, but maybe not.
No matter how much I tried to be number one, It's always
Where is
been you.
quality control?
It starts with one day, one thing. I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try.
The color of my shirt
one
can't stand. Oh, it's gone. The little rectangle is gone.
And now the lighting has become detached from the hair.
Time someone chooses me. You want that too? How
But you don't know who she's chosen.
selfish can you get?
Yeah, they're only
He's
thinking.
not. He said he helped you. What the? Why?
Yeah, like this is an instance where the boys are not thinking of Rosabella, they're thinking of themselves first. They're putting themselves before Rosabella.
Yeah. So around this time, I think both in the real world and in terms of like release order, episode 9, the Music Freaks, was like the one that like everyone was really like, no, Jake, what are you doing? Whereas actually, if you follow along with Jake's, like pulling like from one side to another in terms of his friends, it actually makes perfect sense that he would have a breakdown of maybe not of that magnitude, but certainly of that style at some point.
Meanwhile,
And without knowing he's going to be recorded. So yeah, like from his perspective, of course. But here, yeah, meanwhile, go on, Ghosty. Yeah, meanwhile.
meanwhile, this whole breakdown seems hilariously artificial.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, partly it's orchestrated by Gossip Boy, but also he was not like involved in half of what is going on.
Like, Gossip Boy is making some cutting comments for sure, but this is just between the dudes, not thinking of what Rosabella wants or thinks about either of them, and just deciding that they hate each other for liking the same girl, even though she might not like either of them back. Hey guys, did you guys ever think to ask Rosabella if she liked girls?
Yeah, well, there is also that, or liked either of them, even if she does like boys. Boys. Okay.
Like
but
there are more men in this school than you two. There are a hilariously small amount of men, and the female body is larger than the male body.
Yeah,
But
I feel like if Aiden were here right now, he'd probably make some sort of joke about fairies and LGBT. But there you go.
Like, imagine if these two got into this fight, and then they went to Rosabella. Do you like either of us? And she's like, no. I actually like that guy from my science class. Do you know him? That the one with the green hair?
I mean, that is kind of how Armal started to some degree. So, yeah, I can see why that'd be unsatisfying, but also I love the subversion of Garmel Lama in terms of particularly Diaries, because My Street, I don't know, hit or miss in terms of how that was executed, but yeah, particularly at that point, because yeah, it's like okay, that very much can happen, and it makes sense in context.
Yeah, however, this breakdown feels artificial because really they're fighting for what feels like no reason other than, oh, we both like the same girl? Drama!
I wish Rosa would end up with Maya. You know what? Solid idea.
To be honest, at this point, neither of these boys deserve Rosa.
Oh my goodness! I just had an amazing troll idea. Imagine if there was a Royale Fair Academy abridged, and they headcaned it so that Rosa was dating Maya the whole series, and they cut out all the romantic tension from it. That'd be amazing.
It hurts to hear.
Anyways, Prism, I'm glad that you're here because you've got some explaining to do in terms of Eric here.
Hear the truth, doesn't it, Adrian?
I mean, it's more of the your trauma. So you probably went through that anyway.
Like,
but,
if anything, you're forcing your trauma onto somebody else, which you should not do.
It hurts to hear the truth from an incredibly biased and subjective point of view.
Keeper of the Academy. We cannot afford any more mistakes with her.
With all due respect, Your Majesty.
Okay, pause. We cannot afford any more mistakes. Let's hear that line from the king again. Let's hear it.
Maybe that's why the episode's called Royal Fairy Academy. Finally, they finally corrected the mistake.
Keeper of the Academy. We cannot afford any more mistakes with her.
Yeah, mistakes, but also, by the way, he just slammed his wrist into his throne. If you look at the angle, he went like, we can't afford any more mistakes! Ah! My hand!
Oh, I see.
Bring me the royal healer so I may fix my fracture!
I see a name I recognize. Hello, Banana Pie.
I'm guessing this is
LPS
named
squad.
after the character. Yeah, alright. Fair enough then. Alright. The following episode infuriates me even more. Oh my. Okay. And I think that following episode is the most recent one as of right now.
With all due respect, Your Majesty, King Aiden insists we bring her.
Are you a subject of Fairyland or of Vermontre?
That is a fair point, and I'm pretty sure that the Academy falls under Fairyland's jurisdiction, so yeah.
Send additional guards to Vermontre along with the students.
Hold on, I don't think you can send guards to another kingdom. I don't think that's allowed.
Commoner must not leave her room outside of class, especially during the ball.
Oh, so now the competition's over, we have the ball. Now that's the main event.
You must know by now that you will be reprimanded.
Did we have any allusions to this ball before it was announced?
I don't remember.
There will be consequences to your escape and to your quarrel with Pink.
Honestly, solid excuse from Professor Dumbledore here.
Understand, Professor.
Good.
That famous token, I can see that again. Yeah, it's because the character wasn't positioned appropriately for it to work. Like you have to, yeah, like that is one of the only instances where pre-rendering actually holds you back, because that means you have to try and like sync up everything afterwards. Like if you need those separate layers in order to like account for that. But yes, we can go back and see it again. Here we go.
During the ball.
Squished head.
You must
larger head.
Know by now that you will be reprimanded. There will be consequences to your escape and to your quarrel with Pink.
Hello, Ace. It's fine, don't worry.
I understand, Professor.
Good. Any violations and you will be sent back to the Academy.
Oh, that's right. They're still not at the Academy yet because they've been at this other kingdom for That's why they have to send guards to another, government entirely. Again, they're going to get in so much trouble for that.
Your lessons will be focusing on cultivating your powers. His Majesty of Vermontre has offered to personally observe your skills for the combat this week.
He's not offering to teach you anything. He just wants to watch. He's bored.
Ooh. The Kissing Gate tournament is the most awaited event for the RFA, and
I know that a Kissing Gate is an actual thing. I've seen plenty of them. However, based on this series, that name does not bode well.
Influences our kingdom rankings.
Her escape, what escape is he talking about? Probably, I mean, either the one from the competition or honestly, there's several times that Rosa has escaped to some degree. The first time being actually when she went to the first Dean J concert that she was, we found out about that whole thing. Yeah. The tweeting is giving TMF. I'm guessing same software. I actually don't know what Rosa Claus used for TMF. I don't think that was ever. I didn't look into that. I know she lists like all of the programs, but I forgot to check.
Kissing Gate?
I'm guessing that Life 2D is a part of both of their processes, but both of them executed differently.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah.
It means only one can pass through. The fairy that wins every round will be declared champion.
Oh.
So, I mean, this has to... Honestly, given we've had My Royal Academia before this, actually, yeah, this does feel like My Hero Academia, where there's like a competition arc, like every few episodes, like, okay, we get a break. Now we have another, like, super important competition that they have to take part in that will interrupt their lessons and such at UA. It's like, I mean, guys, come on, we just did this.
Tomorrow evening, however, we will begin with the ball.
we'll begin with the ball preparations, I guess is what you mean? Unless the ball lasts for several days, potentially? I don't know.
In that case, I got a real whale of a time keeping Rosie in her room for several days.
Yeah. Anyway, back to the airship. We saw this airship in a previous scene, which I actually really liked that scene in terms of like, just the characters chilling and hanging out. But okay, I'm gonna mute this for right now because I don't know if the song's copyrighted or not. It probably isn't because it's popular
The airship
YouTuber, but
itself
still.
is just a bunch of geometric shapes.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, a lot of the 3D stuff is at this point, but yeah.
Yeah, I think this was copyright.
Great. Okay. All right. Well, we'll just all right. And as they behold each other, all they can do is just stare. Cultivate the powers in silence, apart from this one scene consulting the teacher that I hope wasn't dialogue involved, and I think it isn't because he's leaving now.
We're having moody music because none of the characters can talk to each other like normal, actual people.
Communication kills. People
Can you
think
just-
there are thrills.
Just grow up already.
Your hormones keep spilling. I guess now these are gods.
Why is his
speaking
hand
of, I
near
seen
her?
hard. Yeah.
Why is his hand near her ass?
Unfortunate placement, probably not the intention. I hope. And now, cut back to the shrinking moon. See if it shrinks again. It did. I think it was the same animation repeated, so of course, but still.
Okay, is the moon music over?
Let's see. Nope. Poring over the diary.
Also, that
Remember when there was plot? Because I think they forgot again.
Okay. I think the music is over now for the main character.
Okay. Oh yeah. Her mouth is moving. Yeah. Right.
Descendants of the Azorian king, Azor's lineage must cultivate the art of teleportation. The art of teleportation? But Adrian...
Oh no. Just as they have a falling out, it turns out that their kingdoms are ancient enemies.
He's the top
Oh, the misery.
prince, heir to the top kingdom. Oh, I should have kept my distance from the beginning.
Yeah.
Why aren't you at the ball?
Yep. Talk about speak of the teleportation. Yeah.
I should ask you the same thing.
I love how his ball outfit is just his uniform with like without the tie.
Was never a fan.
I'm sorry.
Wait.
Holy
What are you so-
shaped Batman?
Sorry for?
I forget that you're an actual prince sometimes.
Sometimes.
That's probably one thing that he actually likes about her, that she treats him normally, but well, as normal as you can when you accuse someone of thievery when you first met them. But whatever, they've moved past that.
I realize you were right.
All right, serious.
I shouldn't drag you into more problems. It's just you're the only one I can trust.
No. I understand. Nobody else had seen the Azorians before the face-off. That's what the news said.
Okay, so I'm guessing that they are confirming now that the people that chased her before were in fact Azorians. Which You know, as someone, we read all 3 newspapers. There was 0 mention of Azurians in any news coverage. I don't know why you're saying that's what the news said. The news did not say that, Adrian.
Yeah, even
Also-
the borrowed information newspaper.
Yeah. Also, now I'm thinking that that maybe the reason that Gossip Boy like has that specific disguise is so that he could be like mistaken for Adrian at a glance. As long as he doesn't talk through that magical filter of his. But yeah. He's covering for the fact that he knows there are Azurians. Well, it's not a very good cover. That's the point. If they've read the news articles, they would A, have subscribed to Same DNA, and B, would definitely have thought about this. Then again, maybe Rosabella might not have read the news articles because it would be, you know, too close to home, potentially. I don't know. Which was the real, if not the ghost guy pretending to be Adrian. I'm not sure how, if his disguise was that accurate, but it definitely was similar enough. So maybe that is it, honestly. I mean, now that you think about it, Ghost Kitty, actually, we didn't get like a teleporting sound effect or anything. But then again, if we hadn't, if he hadn't teleported in, we would have heard the door, and so would she, and have reacted accordingly.
Allow me
So
to
maybe
bring
not.
Changeling Detector Radar TM and slap him with it.
That's how the radar works. You just have to go to the person and go. Psh.
Yeah, you need to get a blood sample from Blood Force Drama.
That's okay. So that's quite the radar you've got there. Not very effective, but okay.
But
it's just an excuse to beat up people I don't like.
I mean, you should read tonight.
It actually does nothing. It's just an excuse that someone made to like beat people up. Yeah.
Babysitting the babysitter?
Oh, that sounds like a title. But also, wow, one of her eyes is swollen, I think.
Holy blend shapes, Batman.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate your sympathy, but you might as well leave if you plan on bothering me.
Nope, he's
When has he ever not planned on bothering you? When has this man ever not planned on bothering you to some degree?
I'm not supposed to leave the room.
Trust me.
That was some good, like, you know, pulling through the ether, almost a teleportation. You never see it from, like, the person's point of view most of the time. Okay, the fact that he has his same powers definitely implies that he's real. But yeah, maybe Gossip Boy can also copy those. I don't know. We were having plot a second ago. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it seemed like he wasn't a fan of the ball, but maybe he's trying to take her to it because he doesn't want her to miss out. That's what I would have thought, actually. Because otherwise, I think we've been at this balcony before.
Like, I think that's maybe the cap of his powers. He can only teleport to people, at locations where he's been before.
I can show you the sky. It looked the same as it always does.
Nice
Except
view.
now there are shooting stars, unlike last time, I think. I don't remember.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Adrian?
By the way, she was staring out her window at this exact same skyline, incidentally. If you're going to try and like pull off this like a different viewpoint or something, you have to either show it from like the character's point of view that it's like massive expanded in comparison to the literal infiniteness of space, or also show like the ground and like the combination that you would only get from this particular angle. Otherwise, it doesn't work.
Maybe the gossip
Have
guy
you
is
ever
the
been-
true shapeshifter. Quick, Ghosty, we must bring him to the church.
There we go. Yeah, take my spot. That was absolutely. All right.
In love?
Huh?
I don't want to anger any princesses, you know.
Oh.
Oh, I'm gonna rewind that line. I forgot why she was saying "and in love." Okay, here we go.
Have you ever been in love?
Okay, there we go.
I don't want to anger any princesses, you know.
Okay, that went from an innocent question to I'm definitely putting down some heavy vibes. So I guess she is kind of making her choice.
Oh.
Or she's
No.
like she's like shooting her shot, seeing if it
Yeah.
shooting her shot to his heart, seeing if it will land in the correct place.
True, but she's doing this with him first. So I think that also counts as her making her choice in this instance.
I
Remember this
suppose.
episode being better. This is like classic Gacha review. Actually, I remember insert thing here being better until we get our hands on it.
And then we point out all of the flaws with that scene.
People keep recommending videos to us, like, "Oh, this is like amazing," and then it's like, "Oh no." No, that was good.
Like-
No, that was one episode, Bon. I stand by the rest of the series still holds up, but that one episode was the one that seems to have stuck with you particularly.
You don't need to worry about that. Have you?
No, but there was this one time.
No, but also yes.
Years ago, Maya and I went to the annual Moonlight Festival, but I came late and I couldn't find my ticket. I thought
And I thought she'd been kidnapped again. No, it was the guards. All right, yeah.
I was done for. But then he showed up. This fairy stopped them and lent me his hand.
I never saw his face due to the lighting, I guess, in the night sky. So, whoever that silhouette is, I still look for to this day.
But I couldn't see his face.
Yep, called it.
If you met him today, what would you do?
If I met you today, how
Like,
hard I would try.
She'd probably thank him,
Mm-hmm.
upon
That was,
finding.
yeah.
Like, I think it's the other guy, to which case, get him, girl, beat his
That'd be the most amazing plot twist ever. Like, she was talking about Eric the whole time, but Adrian just knew about the bite from from a different angle or something. But anyway.
Today? I'd thank him, of course. Then I'd ask his name, if he remembers me.
And then?
And then...
Oh gosh darn it, this is just Alphawitch Academy. Oh no.
And then she'd probably move on because she doesn't, she has no romantic connection to that person.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
Yeah.
hey, thank you for saving my booty that one time and letting me into the party. Bye.
Yeah, unlike Eric in Alphawitch Academy, she is down bad.
Would you fall in love again?
Okay, so again, no, but also yes, and now he's picking up on the yes. Right, okay. Also, we're putting out they are much closer physically than Eric was beforehand, before the whole you can trust me situation, and she did in fact trust him. So again, it seems like she's made her choice at least for right now.
I don't...
Because without you by my side, I would be stuck here on the
There's
ground.
something I need to tell you.
Interruption. Come on, the music's fading. Interruption. Let's go.
Miss!
Yay!
Yay!
Who saw that coming except for everyone?
I thought it would be the other guy, but no, apparently we're interrupting this romance with more plot. If you're going to have a plot-heavy story, have a plot-heavy story. If you're going to have a romance, have a romance. You can't have both, but you need to learn to balance them better.
Is it Oracle if I saw it coming? Yes, I will say it's an obvious Oracle, but I guess it still counts. Yeah. The obvious trope being up, yeah.
What do you want from us?
The line should have been, "What do you want from us?"
You want
What do you want from us? Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Oh my goodness, Gossip Boy.
What is Gossip Boy doing here?
Well, I guess they didn't pick up on that because there she is talking to Eric, and Gossip Boy seems to not care. But all right then.
Is Adrian gone again?
After that happened, I'd be shocked to see him at all.
But Rosa's right there, and she also witnessed the entire event. So
No, I'm assuming the two dudes beating the snot out of each other trying very hard not to swear.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough.
What?
Yeah, do you hear that random person singing? Don't mind me, just thought I would this band would help the mood. Yeah. Sha la 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 la, use your voice, cause you just made a choice. So please just kiss the guy. Yeah, exactly.
This girl needs to have an aerial moment. Also, the line art for the ears is cut off, and his hair. It looks weird. It looks weird. Where did the blend shapes go?
Yeah,
Did he have more hair covering that side, or was it just an illusion?
I remember that we pointed out that Gossip Boy had like part of his like ear clipping over or something, so maybe that was it, but I don't know.
Where is the quality control?
Alright.
Where
Prism
did you-
likes the scene. Prism likes the scene, everyone, so you know. Beware. Yeah. Exactly. See, yeah, that's like I was saying. Yeah. Right. Here we go.
What else am I supposed to do?
Oh wow, the Cat Valentine laugh.
We have to warn the others.
No, not yet.
Oh, I guess he's not going to tell. Oh, he probably wouldn't at this point. Actually, no. It's Royale Fair Academy. He would absolutely interrupt the plot to tell her what he was going to tell her before. But yeah, like this time it makes sense for him not to do so.
Yeah, also, this seems like a flashback. Where did his ear go?
Oh yeah, that's a good. Yeah, he's still got his earrings. So clearly it was, it was thought about, just not executed. Sha la 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 la, you shoot your shots, but now you've tied the knot. Why don't you advance the plot? Sha la 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 la, there's been no change. People think you're engaged, even though you're definitely not.
But
no, we can't. Nobody should have seen us up there. I thought I made sure of that.
No one should have seen us up there, flying around in an open balcony. How did you make sure? Did you plan to teleport Rosa beforehand to that exact location and just assumed that no one would show up?
Yeah,
What the
probably.
heck?
They probably even teleported there ahead of time to check it out.
Okay, people can still walk in the.
It's a public balcony, moron.
Yeah.
You didn't tell anyone about us, did you?
no.
Is he?
Also, even if she had, she didn't know that they were going to be there. What would it have mattered?
Like, you let her out of her room. It's like she wasn't planning on leaving her space until you showed up and pulled her. Oh, I don't want to swear. I'm trying very hard not to swear. But every character in this is being a moron. It's painful. It's
That's
painful.
Royal Fair Academy for you. Yep. All right. Yeah. Okay. Sha la 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 la. Don't be shy. Come on. Kiss the boys. All right. I feel like you missed the line there, but okay. Who are you? I don't know you being in our class. She doesn't even go here. I am the love fairy. I sound exactly like my sister, the pregnancy fairy. Wee! Ah! My eyes!
Sha-la-la-la, don't be shy. Come on, the boys are by your side. Come on and kiss the boys.
Make a choice,
Both
yeah.
both of them. Kiss both of them. The laws of Fairyland can handle the polycule.
That's a good point. Yeah, we don't know what their policy on polycules is. Yeah, we'll see. The policy, if you care.
No, he couldn't be.
Like,
Adrian?
as I said, and I will continue to say this, every love triangle can be solved with a polycule.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Sometimes you just need a third person there. Also, unrelated note. Hello, a third person.
Did someone say fairies? I had
No.
to join my fellow fairies.
What?
Yeah. No. I said it before, didn't I? In this video, I said if Aiden was here, he would make a joke about fairies and LGBTQ people.
Also,
That's the Oracle moment right there.
speaking of, there's another random line that's the shading of this scene is completely off unless she's sitting next to a window.
Maybe she's sitting next to a window.
I don't know, because it seems like she's being backlit, but that's not a window behind her. That's a picture.
Maybe it's her bedside lamp, because you can see that the bed frame looks like it's a bit more lit than everything else, and the picture frame also has a bit of a reflection. But I don't know.
In that case, that doesn't bode either.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
do like the fact that he's missing a tie right now. I don't know what happened before all this because it was on BB stream before this, but I do kind of like his outfit design like this. I'm sure it's just for temporary, but I do think it's nice.
Yeah, I think it's because like there was meant to be a ball that was happening. I thought it was meant to be his outfit, but he said he's not a fan, so he wasn't going to go there. So I guess he was just getting ready for bed and then just decided, you know what, I'm going to visit Rosa like this. There you go.
And you know what? I'm going to visit Rosa and take her to an open balcony that anyone can visit, but not expect anyone to arrive.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh no!
Location.
Oh no, Jacob! They're going to the balcony. They're gonna have a heart-to-heart for.
They did. That's exactly what happened.
Oh no! Oh no!
We have had Alpha Academy and Mutant Girl at this one.
The balcony scenes. They're always the balcony.
I keep thinking, has Same DNA seen my content? Because sometimes it feels like it. It's probably all a coincidence. But there are times in this series, not even just today, where it really feels like it.
Also, check out the most recent episode of Young Girl on the Jacob Butter channel if you haven't seen it already. Yeah.
Yeah. I think everyone here in live chat has, but yeah, the new people haven't shown up today as much as they normally do. We'll see once we roll back. Well, we'll see once we circle back to more Alpha Sisters content. We'll see if they return. We had some of the new people from earlier on today, but yeah, they've left now.
Nothing.
I hope you all enjoyed
That's
the
a
ball
bad boy just sitting there like, yeah, I'm the bad boy.
Yes, I've always been bad. I'm the bad boy, and I dress in all black. I'm the bad boy. Wait! I could do that. Hold a second. Wait. I'm the bad boy. There you go.
However, I expect that you've been preparing for the tournament as well. You will not only be fighting the other classes.
Well, you see, while we were dancing, we were also practicing dodging. You know, like dance fighting. You know, we were practicing that while dancing.
It's kind of like that's it's kind of like the scene in like Avatar Book 3 where Aang and Katara like dance at the Footloose party and they're just doing bending movements.
But also
by the way, that teacher knows that, but that they are then practicing because they were in a montage with in that teacher's class.
Look, and there's powers. Pink, aka knockoff Pop Josephine.
Again, sometimes it feels like it, but then again, she is a satire, so it would have always turned out this way.
I'm just going to continuously from this point forward call her White Girl Pop Josephine.
Pop, but white.
But fun fact: in the original J canon, Empress had 3 roommates: Techno, YN, and Pink. Pink did not look like this. Yeah, but and she was also a cop, actually.
Oh.
She was an interesting one. Yeah.
Everyone, clap your hands for White Girl Pop Josephine.
I think she also had a crush on Techno, if I remember correctly, or was that Empress? One of the two had a crush on Techno. And because I didn't watch Technoblade at the time, my joke of the character named Techno was the fact that they were robots, so I constantly voiced the character.
Honestly,
Hello,
Honestly,
welcome back to our house.
I thought you'd make like jokes about like Techna from Wink Club with Techno. Like make Techno related jokes.
I mean that only gets you so far. Because I don't hate Techno like nearly as much as most other people do, but I don't make fun of her as much. So, like, I don't know, there wasn't really much to grasp on there, but yeah.
Barry standing next to you. Today we'll have a few practice matches to see your strengths and
also,
weaknesses.
I've mentioned this about the animation that I don't like, but I don't like how the white part of the eye, instead of being connected to the pupil that's moving around, or like the iris and pupil that's moving around, like the white eye shine is attached to the eyeball itself, like the main eye, like the eye frame and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Like Rosie Closey even did this. Like listen, you should make sure it's connected to like the iris and the pupil instead of that, because like the eye shine is meant to be like when light's shining in your face and your eye kind of has like a little glint of light in it, you know? That's what the eye shine is meant to represent in the animation.
Although counter arguments, the light would shine in the same place regardless of where you yourself were looking. So it
yeah,
might also not
but
move
when
accordingly.
when you have their eyes move to the exact other side of their things, where it's like their eye shifts completely over, like they look like say they're looking right, and then they look left, it looks really weird because it didn't move at all. You know, and it's like it's like not even shining on the eye. There's just a floating piece of white that your eye's always just covering. It's not dynamic lighting or dynamic eye shine.
PL. Welcome back, Bon.
Anyways, criticism, yes. BL.
Yeah. Speaking of
Boy love?
criticism,
Boy-
speaking of criticism, yeah, that.
Boy love?
There's not been a lot of boy love this episode. It's been boy hates, but not boy love. But yeah, also criticism actually for this. For this pillar here, by the way, unless like maybe because like the sun is meant to be like, or like whatever star they're under right now is meant to be like way higher up, and that's why the lump is much further down. But I would have imagined it would be further up in most scenarios. Maybe this is like midday or something.
Maybe it's like an angle thing as well. Maybe the camera angle. There's a camera angle thing. You know, like the camera's tilted up a little bit.
Why would that move the shadow down?
It seems like the characters have backlighting no matter what scenario they're in.
Yeah.
So I'm just not caring anymore.
I mean,
Yeah,
I still think it's cool that she lights the characters, but to be fair, the problem with lighting your characters is it could get really messy like this.
I'll tell you an example of effective backlighting. Fallen Angel season 2 episode 9 with the fight sequence.
Made by our very own Bon, who's in the chat.
This is true. Yes. Yeah. If you want what a good example. That was also a sunset. So like the vibrant like yellowy orange also like worked for what was intended.
Oh yeah, no, the yellowy orange. I love that in that scene. In the second fight scene Bon made, which no one's seen yet, I love this very specific lighting that Bon did.
Yeah.
But you guys have not seen that yet, but you will in like probably 6 to 7 months, maybe. Who knows?
Okie dokie.
So, is this for Marks?
Oh, there's rip off Kylie.
It's the practice. She is blue compared to the rest of the pink ones, but yeah, I don't know.
Yes. King Aiden has placed each of you in pairs based on your
I
current
forgot his
skill
name,
level.
King Aiden. Oh, kill
And will
me.
be judging your abilities in these battles.
Thank you,
He even kind of looks like you, but with purple eyes instead of blue.
Well,
I'll
yeah,
be
but he's
providing-
also blonde. I'm naturally brown. I haven't bleached my
You've
hair.
dyed your hair blonde in the past.
I
Yeah, you have.
haven't bleached my hair in a while.
In fact, because you haven't used face cam a lot since your blonde hair, to be honest, that's what a lot of people's like mental image of you probably is, aside from your gacha character.
Each of you with detailed feedback to reflect on before the Kissing Gate tournament.
The
I hope
Kissing
you've all
Gate?
come
Yes, that's what they called it. Again, a Kissing Gate's an actual thing, but it's it's definitely implied what this is meant to symbolize. But
It's the kissing gate only lets one the kissing gate is made so that it only lets one person through at a time.
But how are you supposed to
please?
kiss? How are you supposed to kiss in a kissing gate if you're only letting one person at a time?
But the problem, they're not supposed to kiss.
But it's a kissing
Yeah,
gate. It's a kissing gate.
The
You
thing
kiss.
people don't realize about kissing gates is the fact that you can very much go through at the same time as somebody else. Like if you go in a line and you just leave it half open and just like make sure it doesn't close on you, you can actually just like circle around them. No
Yeah.
one ever does for some reason. It's very inefficient system.
It's a very inefficient game.
The following pairs will battle
Also,
one
that
another
scroll
today.
is supposed to have its own lighting, but he's still backlit.
Yeah.
Fucking
Princess Laura.
God.
Yeah, if you're gonna make the advancement, you're gonna have to, make it in all places. That's the thing about that.
Laura and Princess
And if-
Emma.
And if the scroll has its own lighting, at least put some lighting on the king's face so it doesn't look like he's. Ah!
Speaking of own lighting, why is Princess Emma, who apparently was not called Charlotte, like in the honest trailer, why is her lighting like sliced at the top there? Like it was like a straight line compared to the rest of it, which just curves around.
Why is
Princess
she
Ori
backlit in the first place? The king is facing them, and he
And
has
Prince-
like if anything, these guys should have front lighting, not back lighting, since the
Yeah, he's got a
sun
little
is
bit of a
shining
highlight to
at
him, yeah.
them.
Kai, Prince Eric, and Prince
Okay, it does seem like it's an applied effect based on the way that he like moved. Kind of Gossip Boy's name is Kai. I keep forgetting that.
Adrian, Princess
Cobra
Pink,
Kai.
and Rosabella.
Oh no.
Who would have seen this coming?
Your
no.
Majesty! There has to be a mistake!
Okay.
Don't
Okay,
speak
before
to the king like that.
No. Before, honestly, you know what, Pink? Before you complain too much, you are currently holding like several grudges against her. Don't you think you could possibly use this opportunity? Not to side with the antagonist here, but to be honest, like from her motivations,
You could
she
beat
would
her
have
up.
all the reason, yeah, exactly,
You
to
could beat
like
her up.
not hold back here.
You could hurt her. I mean, if you really wanted to. Oh no, I didn't mean to blast a fireball at your face, Rosabella. I didn't mean to scorch your hair. Oopsies.
Yeah, like, this is a perfect opportunity to take out uncouth aggression.
Yep.
That commenter simply is not on my level!
Are you?
Don't show your glasses.
Then you can, yeah, then you can style on her. Well, absolutely, go to town. Yeah.
So can Pink kill everyone? Please.
Also, hold on, his wings remind me of moth wings. I don't know why. I just said Aiden
Wings.
Sentence.
Wings.
Yeah, here we go.
Wings.
Here we go. Yeah.
Wings.
Another part of the law the new people haven't caught up to yet.
The
You're
Lord.
suggesting there's a flaw in my decision.
You're gonna get
No,
executed for
Your
that.
Majesty.
You're gonna get
that's-
executed for that.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like, also, he says a flaw in my decision, so that means that he didn't, like, choose his names at random, meaning that he's, like, he doesn't know the students well enough to decide this. The only student he's interacted with on, like, a regular basis, really, was Rose at that one time. That's not even regular basis. I don't know why I said regular. It's not regular at all. Like, on any form of, yeah, like, it's just her. So, what is he basing this on exactly?
The case.
Oh, but maybe that's why he was invited to observe before the montage. Maybe that's why, but oh well.
Let us begin with the first match.
You know what? The somewhat bored way he said that, matched with the visuals, that's a decent, way to do, emotion, like monotone voice acting. Oh, I guess this is a case of like, like take the blast head on, Dragon Ball Z style, and
Why are
see
they
if,
just wait? Why are they
who's the
just
strongest
standing
team.
there like you can fly, go up and down, do something, dodge?
Like,
Why are you
But
just like
they're measuring. They're measuring power levels. You see, they can just resist otherwise.
Kami,
But also, yeah.
ah!
Why didn't you dodge?
Like this is when you dodge, guys. Oh, I assume that was her knocking her off the platform. I guess the whole point of this training exercise is to knock the other off the platform.
Possibly, but also
Or-
again they can fly. So
yeah, they
knocking
can
off the platform is
fly.
irrelevant. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think
They're
it's-
flying right now. They're floating as per this.
I think the idea was maybe to get them stop hovering over the platform and like to fly far a distance away from the platform. I assume is what is happening here.
We assume there were no instructions.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way that she launched this and the way that Gossip Boy, or I guess Kai, stopped it like super quickly, again, does imply a power disparity. I do like to see that sometimes there are power disparities between different characters. Again, Alpha Academy, if you look at the different sizes of the like the wear lights at the beginning to show like who's as like more raw power than others or more experience in magic, in the case of Erica.
Also,
which would be the opposite. But yeah, in this case, you're done with the movement, just like, okay, very calm.
Also, Bon pointed out, is the wing flapping in the room with us right now? I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like, no offense, but they might be royal fairies, but the fact they're fairies is kind of superfluous.
To some degree, yeah. Yeah, like them using their powers definitely, makes them being fairies make sense. But yeah, a bit beyond that, it hasn't affected the story majorly. Oh wait, never mind. They can both. Well, okay, no. He actually they're like a flick with the same deflection. So again, at least like more control, if not raw power, than control.
See,
yeah, he's not meant to dodge. Also, my eye is retracted again.
Doesn't seem to be trying.
My blend shapes are deforming at a rapid rate. Someone give me some ice.
Yeah. Something isn't quite right here.
When your face breaks. The heartbeat.
I'm right here, Bella.
Yeah, well, she's made a choice. Kind of.
Oh, okay, that was.
Well done.
I guess. One dodge.
He didn't need to try that much. Yeah, I was like, that was cool. My turn. Whoosh. Yeah.
On Kai. Next, Pink and.
Oh yeah, I would love that. It's like he just zooms past every time, going. That'd be awesome.
But I liked how that blast illustrated at least the concept of them being knocked off the platform better than the first match did. And the first match did not illustrate that concept very well. Like, she just kind of levitated slightly away from the platform, and it's like, okay, you lose. It's like, what?
Me, Jacob. Yeah.
I believe in you, Rosabella.
Your Majesty.
Killer.
May I ask why you requested Princess Pink and Rosabella to battle?
That is confidential.
Wait. Oh God, you just want it.
I mean, I guess what I would have said here is you're about to see.
You're going down, little dragon.
Payback for all the trouble you've caused.
Yeah, see, now she's getting into the spirit of it. That's what I was looking for before.
Come on, kick her butt. Whoa.
Oh wow, she did the Vegeta pose.
They're not even dodging though. They're just kind of taking energy blasts to the chest. Be like, ah!
Yeah, okay.
Ah! It's like, come on.
Okay, judging by the speed of the projectiles, they probably wouldn't have much time to dodge. The speed and size alone would mean that they would. Yeah.
Don't they have like, I don't know, protection spells or like the ability or energy shields, or like maybe even just quickly throwing out a projectile to immediately cause the incoming projectile to explode and not hit you.
They have Dragon Ball Z key resistance.
Like, come on, your fairies. To my knowledge, you guys aren't like have any form of like superhuman endurance. Like, you're just taking full on magical blast to the chest. That's not normally something that you can just casually take.
I'm not like a super expert on fairies, but I mean, they're known for their evasiveness in most cases. So
yeah, like I just like you should probably be dodging or like protection spells or something else. Like, you shouldn't be taking it to the chest.
oh no! In true Gacha logic, a force field has given a tiny gash on my arm.
Oh no!
And also broken my other shoulder because it's gone flying. But
my other shoulder is a tad broken, but it's okay. It's not a big deal. healing spell. Oh, oof.
Yeah, no, see, that part makes sense to me. Like, healing yourself after like that. But then again, this would also be a good chance to get a surprise attack if you don't have that going on consistently.
Oh yeah. Why are you shocked?
That's actually
to
one
see
thing.
heal?
There's actually one thing that I actually plan to tackle at Alpha Academy at some point when they get into more intense combat. I actually plan to tackle like the balance between like putting your energy into healing to some degree, or possibly like bearing with like the pain of like whatever's like happened to you is like not super serious, in order to harness the rest of your power and the strategy involved behind those. That's one of my future plans for that show.
To be fair, the problem with healing spells in a lot of things, I imagine, would be the fact that it's just probably draining your actual energy by casting. Like
That's what I'm saying.
The more you heal yourself, the more energy you're gonna drain fast from yourself, and that's gonna lower your length.
Again, that's what I'm saying. So in a combat scenario, it would actually be it might be inefficient depending on like the severity of the wounds, or like how long you actually be going on for, and how much energy your partner is drained or your opponent is drained. And you have to think about that all in real time. That was the thing I'm gonna plan to tackle whenever that comes back.
Healing spell.
Maybe after Weather Pops, we'll see.
Her powers are so similar to.
Oh, what do you think of Mind Prism's idea? Hold on.
What was it?
The combination is they kill each other, stick to the side, and afterlife kiss and make up the end.
You know what? I mean,
it would abandon a lot of the other stuff going on in the background. So probably wouldn't be super satisfying ending.
I'm gonna be honest though. Her not getting with the two main boys at this point, I'd be like, okay, I'm cool with that. Don't give either of the main boys.
I will say a collab between you two actually would be legendary.
Yeah, where is the collab, Bond? Collab with Prism. Do it. Sure. Whoa. That's pretty cool.
That is, yeah.
That's pretty cool. These magic effects are pretty cool, I will say.
Wait, is she off the platform now?
Yeah.
Excellent, Rosabella.
You did knock her pretty far. With the... Although, what kind of spell was that? Was it like tons of mini projectiles clumped together that you threw all at once? Was it meant to be at one giant projectile that was kind of like spacey looking?
I'm going to name that attack Firefly Swarm, because it seems like concentrated energy, but like made like a swarm formation that to like constantly like send like a flurry of small attacks that were combined to something larger.
Now, Eric and Adrian.
Oh God! Here we go.
Won't hold back this time.
Don't hold back.
Fight!
Don't fight over a girl. That's dumb. Fight over.
They had actual reasons to fight before. I mean, yeah, it was still involved Rosabella, but involved like betraying her and using her, and like Eric's true allegiance and trust and whatever. And like,
don't fight over a girl.
Yeah, but then it's the case of like, then it got flipped immediately to both of them having feelings for her, and it's like that's much less interesting.
Holding back.
You may begin.
Wait, okay, no. I need to go back on that line. Hold on. Whoa. All right.
I won't hold back this time.
I thought I was the one holding back.
Well, okay, sure.
You may begin.
Oh, okay. So real quick, how come all the fights before this had everyone like summoning energy and like shooting energy at each other, and now this is where we get like I assume like energy weapons or like energy manifested objects or something? I mean, this would have been cool if there was a mix of energy flying at them with energy weapons, but okay. I mean, I guess energy weapons are now in play.
Well, I mean, I guess it depends like what you would choose. I guess if you have the power to summon these things, or these both energy and magic weapons, you can choose what you would specialize in and what would actually help you a bit more. I don't know. Also, what? MLB? What do you mean? I mean a character named Adrian who is proficient with swords and also has a secret identity that looks like physically darker than his regular form, has a different personality. Pining for somebody who has at one point worn a red and white outfit with a red mask, particularly trying to mask their identity beforehand. Yeah, no comparisons whatsoever here. I didn't see it. No.
Also, by the way, sword fighting on this tiny platform, like, this is gonna be a very quick fight. Let's be honest. You're on a tiny platform.
that is true, but also it reminds me of I don't know if anyone played Wii Sports or Wii Sports Resort here, but there was one of the sports was sword play, which did involve, you know, like a circular arena that would like gradually shrink as you like got like through further and further rounds. Yeah, exactly. So you would have you know, like, you know, these armless characters, you know, whacking each other, and then essentially, yeah.
By the way, that wasn't in Wii Sports. That was in Wii Sports Resort.
Yeah, that's why I said both. I don't remember which one it was, but that's why I said both games. But yeah, it was Wii Sports Resort in that case. But yes, it was. And the final rounds, and also as you leveled up in the game itself and got to like pro level, they also shrunk the size of the arena accordingly, which meant the matches would last a short amount of time unless you're able to defend yourself much more quickly, or just, you know, spam this movement essentially.
What are they doing?
That's
probably my brother's first bodybuilding experience was just him doing this constantly.
Aren't they taking this too far? Professor, isn't this
dangerous?
dangerous?
You know, they're fine, probably. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. Name your cat with a Rosabella attack when he's at Firefly. Firefly Swarm. That was the name of it.
Hurting each other.
They're really not. Why
Did you see what you did?
What did I do? I didn't ask them to fight. I didn't ask them.
That is a good point, and also Pig knows that this goes far beyond Rosabella's like actual involvement. But anyway, yeah.
Like I did nothing. That's because they want me stupid. It's not my fault. I didn't ask them.
Pink is using this as an opportunity to aggravate Rosabella.
Blasting each other wasn't too far. No, this goes by MPAA rules basically. You know, different types of violence have different age ratings, of course.
Blasting each other into oblivion and hurting each other, that's fine. But do not fight with magical swords. That's too far. Too far.
Also, which prince are we talking about here? Are we talking about Gossip Boy? If that's the case, then possibly, yeah. Why did you think that would work?
Why would you throw your weapon?
Oh no! I am left with only one sword now!
We're fighting because of you! You did this!
I like how like the implications, like the way that he's shocked at this point is almost like, wait, she did do this, but no, he's shocked because of the throwing sword. Yeah. By the way, not a very good defense stance here. Okay.
What?
Again, they didn't know he could teleport. They didn't know he could teleport, so I guess that's why. But he had a clear shot. Why did he teleport there? He had a clear shot, like, well, towards him. He could have got a low blow or something. And...
that ending sound editing and like the whole ending editing is actually pretty good.
Also, it's probably the case to where at least one of them heard what Pink said to Rose.
Maybe to stand up for Rose's honor or whatever, or Rosa. Call her Rose. Rosa.
Like her name is Rosa, but I'm still gonna call her Rose. No offense, but I don't have enough respect for this protagonist to call her by her like old name.
How about Mo's a flower store? Rose makes sense. Yeah, you know.
But God, the writing of the show is bad.
Yeah, okay, you meant the king. Yeah, the king did this. They're fighting because of the king. He did this. Exactly.
Yes, literally, he did this because that's what they were assigned to do. Fight each other.
That is confidential. I just love the drama. Ooh, fight. Like, that's all he's doing in his head. Oh my
Right,
goodness.
right.
Pros, it's over. Cons, it lasted as long as it did. Wow. All right. Mhm.
I mean, the animation I still think is pretty. I mean, yeah,
Yes.
there's some lighting issues technically, but I generally think the animation, for the most part, is pretty.
Like
I also stand by that one of my favorite shots of this was like the very opening one, with like the camera like facing downwards.
like
Actually,
I'd argue about
that
the
does mean it was all
animation.
downhill from there, but still, whatever.
I'd argue about the animation looking pretty because there were a few misplaced items and blend shape issues that are really distracting if you pay enough attention.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the collar was deliberate, but everything else, yeah.
But my main problem with like same DNA's like channel as a whole is like in like all the stories she makes is like, especially in the present day, I think her animation is it's pretty nice. It looks nice, but the story and writing isn't good. And if this kind of writing and editing was applied to this kind of if this kind of animation and editing was applied to something with amazing writing, like as much as the animation may have its flaws at some time, I think everyone would just look over like any animation flaws, be like, "Wow, it's good." But like
This
the
is why I'm
writing,
saying a Bond and Prism collab would be legendary because they have both of those skills.
just the writing of same DNA and like Royale Fairy Academy especially is just not good. And like it's kind of disappointing because I kind of wish it was good writing, but it's really not.
I guess one other comparison that you could make to Dragon Ball is that it feels like a lot of it was decided that as time went by, as you went along, which Toriyama was famous for doing. But in most cases, Toriyama was able to tie his arcs together and give the illusion that it was all planned from the beginning, mostly through a series of like other callbacks or especially like other other items and such that would not have like applied beforehand, so they don't feel like like cheap power ups essentially.
I mean,
most of the time.
the best things like no matter how planned or not planned something is, the best things give the illusion of being planned. Like Supernatural season 1 through 5, that was not properly planned 5-season arc, but they made it pretend like it was a 5-season arc. Yeah, we knew this from like season 2 onwards. Yep, definitely we know what we were doing the whole time.
Yeah. The reverse is also true in some instances. Like Morecambe and Wise actually were quite famous for rehearsing everything to a T, but in order to make it look like it was improvised, because like their whole thing was taking like variety show style comedy to television. But in most cases, it is as you said there, make it look planned even if it wasn't. Because that way you'll cover up your tracks. Because I mean. Not everyone has like a full thing like thought out when they start. In fact, most of the time I would say, especially even in our writing processes, we don't necessarily have all the details here or there. We have like maybe an idea for like the ending that might also change over time depending on what goes on. And part of like the best part of this, sorry, my phone is going off. Part of the joy sometimes with internet shows in general is the fact that you get like feedback from people and you can sometimes see what's working and what isn't, unless you already have stuff like pre-planned to some degree, which is also the reason that I asked to like halt the writing process of Mutant Girl, because I wanted people to catch up and maybe to also get some other thoughts circulating should that actually come to pass. So I get that from that aspect, but yeah, again, you can't make it seem like it's just like one extra random thing after another, because at that point people really will start to wonder if there's like any direction you're going in a series that's meant to look serialized like this one is. You can't really do that for episodic shows. That's where you get more freedom to do that, because like, oh, okay, it ultimately won't matter as much. But for something like this where there's actual consequences to everything, it stands out from a mile away.
This show is also giving like network television forced drama where they'll like have something happen or have a character do or say something at like during an episode to either cause drama in the next episode or cause drama in the episode itself. Just and like not in a way where you disguise it as a part of just natural events. No. It like sticks out like a sore thumb. It's like, oh no, you only had the character do that for drama.
Oh, don't worry. We haven't lost that in this series yet.
And that's
awful. All of the
awful.
drama it still feels really forced.
It's like, oh, we need drama. Hurry, Rosabella, say something
like
that you shouldn't say to this guy. Okay, cool. Now we have drama. Way. It's like, oh god.
I think half of the drama
Something feelings.
I think half of the drama stems from the fact that nobody in this series knows how to talk to each other.
Or
Like
think
not communicating with the villain. Yeah, I understand he's the villain, and you're kind of not supposed to understand him. But when that fella you're supposed to understand is your comrade, I raise an eyebrow several times at your decision making to not talk to him about something important.
We're meant to get the implication that Rosa is connecting with both Eric and Adrian on deeper levels. And that's difficult to convince people of if there is so much that they're holding back. Aside from the whole you can trust me betrayal thing from Eric's perspective, that's deliberate. But the other stuff, it feels like is getting in the way of that of that illusion. And so the couples, again, they don't feel like as committed as they would outside of those particular moments that the shipping scenes. I will say there is definitely an art to making shipping scenes and giving people the dopamine rush they're looking for in those instances. That's why I personally love to make them. As again, balcony scene particularly for Last Remake of Mutant Girl, example of that, which I would have liked to have indulged in further. But again, that's also tied in partnership with everything else that's going on. It works better if it's properly supported than just in isolation.
And I think a major problem with Same DNA is I feel like Same DNA got a handful of ideas and kind of ideas and stuff from something like Miraculous, a lot of minor bits of inspiration.
Well,
but the problem with Same DNA is she got the bad stuff. She got some bad aspects of Miraculous that she got inspired by, or some of the worst parts of Miraculous, and then incorporated them massively into her own show. It's don't do that. Don't incorporate the worst aspects of Miraculous into your show.
That's why I keep
idea.
Yeah, this is why I keep saying if you're going to we're going to take inspiration from something, understand why you like that thing. Maybe Same Day does like the romance drama and the way that it's done, even though most people don't. Maybe that is the case, but it's also likely that somebody's like, okay, well, this is what happened in this thing that I like. So I will take this thing from this thing that I like, and it will then elevate what I had before. Even though, again, outside of unless you break it down properly and realize how it kind of works and ties into things, or doesn't in this particular case, then it's hard to pull off that balance. It's what most fan fictions get wrong, and that's why I can't get into most fan fictions for that exact reason. It feels inauthentic, and that's not what you want. Obviously, this isn't meant to be a direct, derivative adaptation, even though it feels like it sometimes, depending on what scene you're on. But it still applies when you're taking influence from other stuff and letting it guide your hand, especially if you don't have a clear goal in sight to begin with, to some degree. Unfortunately, eats it up. Yeah. Well,
I think the Gacha community just sees the pretty animation. It's ooh, pretty.
Also, when it comes to me,
it's just wow, of course.
When it comes to me, relationship drama isn't my cup of tea in the first place. No offense, but I do like the building lore. I just wish we had more of it and we could leave this romance behind.
Well,
no offense, but I'd murder both of the love interests so we could continue this actual story portion.
The problem with the lore in the show, though, is potentially with Same DNA making it up as she goes or changing her mind on occasion. You do potentially run into some issues of lore creating, because then you end up having an Atmos situation where it's the lore from story point to story point kind of changes or gets altered in some way because either the creator forgot or the creator's I like this better. This suits the story better. Because why
This
not?
is one thing that that I forgot to mention in today's Walking Wednesday that I was going to, and I forgot to bring it up. So because it kind of ties into the whole like Alpha Sisters thing that happened this week and everything. The Gacha criticism as a whole most of the time falls into, I think, like 3 different camps. There's the people that, hate Gacha and are biased against it. There's the people that like assume that it's all made by kids and therefore aren't as harsh on it. And then there are the people who are like in the community who are like, really like into a particular fan base and therefore most of the time don't accept like any differing opinions to their own. None of these are particularly
Critical?
particularly good. Yeah, they're particularly critical and or good or like reflect like what you want in a proper like breakdown criticism, and thus we do what we do. So
Okay,
it is something that's probably why Gacha Review ruins things for a lot of people, is because that's the first time that they have like honestly like allowed themselves to
really think about what they're watching.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
Also, Ghost Kitty has asked us like a really interesting question. If you guys had the title Royal Fairy Academy and none of these characters they don't exist, what kind of story would you write? Well, personally, I'd take the angle of angels like fairies are angels that aren't pure enough for heaven, but also aren't tainted enough for heck. Personally, I'd go with that angle, and I'd go with spoofing. I'd go with something akin to Christianity.
Would the goal then be to teach these angels like some like rehabilitation style like how to be pure and like make their way into heaven, and then potentially a threat might be some either political or like actually like magical malignant force corrupting them to the opposite side, and that's like the push and pull.
Yeah, I'd say I'd go with that angle. I'd go with that angle.
Okay.
That or the quest to get closer to God.
Okay. Yeah. That's one way.
I do have a fairy story that is written in the case of the Butterverse.
Not an Academy one though, because
it's not Academy.
That, so,
It's not Academy based. But if I were to make a series called Royal Fairy Academy, I don't know, I'd probably do a show about maybe like a young princess or like a young royal going into like some sort of into a fairy academy and learning how to be like use her powers or something like that, and maybe be like a good princess or like royal or whatever to her kingdom. That'd probably be like the main plot. Relatively simple, but probably what I'd go with.
So yeah, in my case, because there are like places called Royal Academy of in the real world. In fact, fun fact, I actually pitched the idea of the Butterverse for the very first time on a phone call while waiting at a train station to audition for the Royal Academy of Dance and Drama. So they do exist out there. But so I would say that it's called that because it was probably founded by by the royal family at some stage, and therefore has a lot of history behind it. But I wouldn't restrict the access to just royals and maybe one commoner like we have here. But that being said, maybe a lot of these students might come from like well-to-do backgrounds, either like potentially new money oligarchs, or maybe like like well-established nobles. Maybe at a glance, maybe a couple of royals thrown in here or there, and potentially, I mean, there are two ways of going about that. You can actually either play on the class difference in some way, and just have that be like an internal thing, which also involve political discussions, or you could have it be like on international waters, like Royal Fairy Academy is supposed to in this case, and you could have again like nobles, oligarchs, and new money, like whatever from different nations, and what that kind of like and potentially do like a what was it, like Arendelle, essentially, like that idea of inviting people from different backgrounds to try like get a collective understanding between the different cultures. Because potentially you could say like, okay, outside of this, like the older generations are constantly bickering. What if the young generation actually, were able to bond together and maybe find a solution? Maybe, leave it to the kids to some degree, to come up with like an idea. So so what I would do, one of those two options, maybe both, depending on like how many episodes I would give and how much like focus I want to apply, like how much time would be involved in each of them. Probably stick to the international waters one. I think that's how I would go about it. Yeah. There you go. Jacob went to RFA. Well, not quite. I didn't get in, by the way. It was not a successful audition. But it did leave me with the Butterverse, being cemented. So, it wasn't a well, it wasn't a total waste of time and transport. I also edited Musical Season 1 on the train back and forth, so, I was productive. I probably would lean into more academy aspects. Maybe the students discover the school isn't what it appears to be, and that's a trap to get the roles together in one place. I mean, yeah, okay. They're also an idea. Again, that goes into like the international waters aspect. So yeah, the title does invite a lot of possibilities, and again, like for a series, like marketing wise, a title that invites a lot of possibilities does attract new viewers a lot. So that is definitely something. So that's something that they to consider. But yeah, of course, alternate timelines. We've got enough stuff going on. We'll leave that to somebody else. Anyone watching this, write down whichever ideas you think might be fitting. Maybe that would be the the Bond and Prism collab. You never know. One of the things that we just pitched at some stage. Oh well. We kind of may have lost Jacob, but we have gained Jacob. Well, yeah, to some degree. I think it was episode 2 that I was working on, but there.
Royal Fairy Academy will always never have me. That I wasn't invested in this series in the slightest because I knew where this one-way wacky track was going. It was going down into shipping hell.
The honest trailer also implied that you had to wait until episode 3 for the series to actually pick up. And since it didn't really pick up majorly for us at that point, I think that is definitely where we particularly, were the point of no return there. If the episodes 1 and 2 were deemed terrible by the fans of the series, then that
I understand, waiting a few episodes to establish things and set up your world so you can, continue on with the characters with an organic environment around them. But Royal Fairy Academy doesn't take that time to do that.
No.
But we need shipping, Ghosty. We have to use that time for shipping. Don't you know it's the most important thing we need to cover? Who she likes. Duh.
You know what? Now that I'm thinking about that, I mentioned before that I want to have like a transformation series at some point, like based on the hated child end trope, and like that's going to like the societies behind those things. Actually, that could be the background for like international stuff, actually, or maybe not even international. See what kind of divide that would actually cause. That's also another possibility. I don't know if there's like a combination I could do with that to some stage in the future. Maybe that's how I would go about it to make sure that doesn't go to waste, because obviously we can't, if we call something Royal Fairy Academy or Royal Fairy Academy spelled correctly, we would definitely get crucified. So yeah, who knows? Who knows? Yeah, another mystery idea. Well, yes, and also anything called Royal Academy of something will definitely have a lot of history behind it, and therefore a lot of mystery as well, or this potential. So yeah, there you go. A lot to consider, yeah. Also, yeah, it probably would be called Royal Murder Academy, knowing you two. That's a good point, yeah.
This series had a lot of potential. It unfortunately, how do I say this? Lost the plot? The plot is still there. It's just buried under a lot of shipping.
It keeps getting lost, and if they find it again, they lose it immediately, yeah. This is why we can't have nice things. But we're not done yet, of course. Well, we are done for today, but we're not done overall. We've got one more episode that is published as of right now, I believe. And then I guess we'll have to wait until, proper new releases. I know, it's heartbreaking. We're all so invested.
Yeah, I'm so sad. I'm so sad. We're gonna have to wait like months for the next episode. I'm gonna basically be crying, honestly, because like what am I gonna do about this show?
It's weird.
Like,
We just clarified that Witch Academy. We just clarified that Witch Academy by Oreo is terrible, but also invests a lot of people very quickly, no matter what episode you watch. And this one doesn't. And yet it has like 100 times the production value.
Might I say, also,
like modern Hollywood.
All sarcasm aside, I'm not interested in this at all. No offense, but food would give me more dopamine than this.
Well, there you go. Check it. We gotta watch more Witch Academy. Never thought I would say that, but there you go. All right, but for now, we're done. We'll leave. I'm hungry. So yeah, please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters. And subscribe if you've done so already. I'll give one subscriber announcement, not several in a newspaper. And on that note, until next time, farewell.